The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today, taking time out of your busy schedule. Today, we are going to be joined by Brett Walderbach, Regional Sales Consultant at North American, and we are going to be talking about the VersaChoice product that they offer. We're going to go through these slides very quickly today. So first thing we're going to talk about is our IMES Business Builders program. Every time you refer a producer to IMES and they do get contracted with us, you will receive a $50 bonus. Once that referral does business, you will receive $100 or a 20 basis point bonus, depending on whichever is greater. Going forward, we will pay you 20% of a bonus on all the business they write. This is not a hierarchy. This is just our way of thanking you for referring a producer to us. Just as your business is built on referrals, so is ours. We also have our marketing reimbursement program. So we pay $100 in marketing reimbursement dollars for every $100,000 of indexed annuity premium that you do submit. Our new producer builder program is for agents who are newly contracted with us. It is during their first 180 days of contracting, so their first 6 months. If you can write $100,000 worth of business, as you can see, you have 3 very nice choices. $300,000 level will get you 3 more choices. And if you should be so ambitious as to write $500,000 worth of business in 6 months, you have 2 seminar coaching options or a Ritz-Carlton travel package for you and a guest. Back office support. This is what IMES was founded on over 30 years ago. From our business building tools and resources that we do have available on our website, forms at your fingertips that are also on our website, our paperless contracting system, so that once you do complete that agent data packet, adding a carrier is as simple as a phone call. We do have top sales expertise and coaching options available for you from our top agents. And the main thing that we do here that is different than anywhere else is that we are your back office. Once you get a case, we're going to get you out all of your illustrations. We're going to explain them to you so that you have a very good understanding when you go to present to your client. We're going to get you your brochures, your applications, your product training links. Once you get that piece of business written and you submit it to us, we're going to scrub it, let you know of any changes. We're going to get it submitted up to the carrier. And then what we're going to do is follow up on that piece of business every 3 business days to ensure that your business is processed in a timely manner. Next thing we are going to talk about is our creative marketing solutions that we do offer here. We have a creative marketing team who does nothing all day long but work for our agents. Whether you need a website designed, whether you're thinking about doing a seminar and you've decided you're going to go forth with it, we're going to assist you in getting any advertising that you need for that, any mailers that you might be mailing out. We can design all of those for you. We can also design any flyers or postcards, newsletters, anything. And the other thing that we do assist you with is social media consulting. Our website is an excellent source of information for you. If you go under the support tab, I don't know if all of you can see this, but in there is our sales resource library. That has a wealth of information in it, as well as marketing pieces that you can use to mail to clients or show to clients while conducting business. If you go under products and you go under the annuity tab, you can get the annuity grid and the long-term care product grid, as well as do your own term quotes through our website. IMS Wealth Management was founded when the DOL started to get involved in the insurance industry. I'm going to launch my first poll question. If you would like to receive more information on IMS Wealth Management, please answer yes. That does not commit you to anything. We will just be giving you a follow-up call, talk to you about the services that they do offer. To be eligible for our RIA, you either need a 65 or a CFP. And you will be able to join our wealth management. Looks like we've got about 50% voted. Give it another second and we will move on to the next slide. All right, everybody's participation is greatly appreciated. Thank you. I see a few more of you have voted. We're going to move on to the next slide, which is our Life and Annuity Academies. These are excellent opportunities for agents who are active in the life and annuity markets looking for ways to increase their sales. We bring in our top 4 agents. These academies are more based on marketing than product knowledge. They are usually co-sponsored by a carrier, so whoever the carrier is that is co-sponsoring it with us is going to give you information on their products. However, it's not going to be so much product knowledge as how to market their products. And then we also will have our top producers doing meetings that are going to give you sales ideas. They're 2.5-day marketing summits, all expense paid, and the opportunity, if you do get the opportunity to attend one, it is an excellent opportunity to grow your business. So with that being said, I'm going to launch my next poll question, which is, would you like more information on our Life and Annuity Academy? The next one we're going to be hosting is May 8th through the 10th in Des Moines, Iowa. Seats are filling up quickly. I think we still have, as of this morning, 7 open seats. If you would like more information on the Academy, please answer yes, and I will follow up with you after the webinar and give you more details on the upcoming one. If you would not like any more information on it, please click no, and your participation again is greatly appreciated so that we can move through these slides quickly and get on to our webinar. All right, I'm going to give it about 10 more seconds. I'm going to close this poll out. Okay, I'm going to close that poll out. The next thing we are going to talk about is our IMS 2019 Marketing Summit. You do still have time to qualify. Any combination of eligible premium below will get you qualified. We are going to the Ritz-Carlton in Naples, Florida, a beautiful, luxurious resort. It is as well an all-expense-paid trip. These are really great opportunities for agents to kind of relax, do some golfing, go to the spa, do some shopping. And these are our annual thank you. Well, they're a little more than annual, but these are our thank you to our agents for all the business that they do submit. And with all of that being said, I am going to turn the webinar over to Brett at this time.
All right, let me just accept the screen sharing. Thank you so much, Nicole, and good morning, everybody. My name is Brett Walderbach, as Nicole mentioned. I'm a regional sales consultant here with North American Annuities. I'm excited to talk with you about the VersaChoice, and Nicole, I'm just looking for the screen sharing ability here.
Did I not give
really excited to talk about our VersaChoice. This is one of our top FIA solutions that we offer on our annuity platform. Thank you for that. And really excited to share with you, one, who that type of client is that's going to be looking for the VersaChoice, and really how to position that as well. So my brief agenda today looks like this. I want to give you a little bit of background of who we are with North American, especially if you're not as familiar with us. The products that we offer, we'll kind of take you through our product wheel, as well as what incentive programs on top of the VersaChoice that we offer for agents. Again, North American has over 100 years, 100 plus years of experience, about 133, I believe, if I'm doing math correctly here, but I never like to do math in public. You can see we were founded in Chicago as North American Accident Association in 1999. Sammons Annuity Group was founded, and the first 200 people at Sammons were hired in 2004, and that's where the Sammons organization really took hold of the North American company. And since the inception of the FIA business, we have been a top 10 carrier, really a top 5 carrier, since that, and really consistent in the marketplace and here for you in the growth of your business as well as the policyholders that you're working with. So with great history, you also need great strength, and we are very excited about our ratings. Those recently reaffirmed last year in August with the A+ ratings ×3 with AM Best, S&P Global, and Fitch. So great history in the business, strong, consistent player, as well as great financial ratings to fall back on. That's just a little bit about the organization here. The other thing I want to show you is, really just, a 10,000-foot view of the North American solutions and really where, those products solve needs for clients. So when you take a look at that, VersaChoice is what we're going to be talking about today. That's a nice in-between of our accumulation and liquidity. So we're going to talk in further detail about that, but this gives you a chance to see some of the other solutions that we offer. We do offer additional webinars that Dimes has hosted to learn more about these solutions as well. So let's start to talk about now who is a prospect for the VersaChoice. There's a lot of FIAs out there in the marketplace. There's a lot of strong competition from our competitors. Where do we differentiate ourselves? So this is for those clients that are, one, looking first and foremost for that asset-protected product that gives them the growth potential that they're looking for. So it is a fixed index annuity. It's not a variable annuity. It's not a mutual fund. It's not a stock. So it is an index annuity. So principal protection is always that first and foremost thing that client's looking for. This is more of an accumulation focus. But also with that accumulation focus, there's concerns about future needs and being able to get access to the money. One of the big objections with fixed index annuities is the perception that I'm going to lock up my money and not be able to have any access to it. So that couldn't be further from the truth, and we're really going to help debunk that today. You also have that client that, with that uncertainty, especially with, we've been more of a volatile economic environment, and really worried about, unexpected what ifs that could come, and looking for that peace of mind. This is a great solution for that type of client. And then you always have that person looking for that defensive strategy in the volatile markets, or that safety is one of the key features that they're looking for as well. We look at the VersaChoice in really two phases. We look at it from that accumulation standpoint. I showed you earlier in our color product wheel that it fits perfectly in between the accumulation and liquidity. So with accumulation, the really way to tell this story is we're talking about a 10-year fixed index annuity. The standard penalty-free features that this product offers is 10% each and every year. So that's a very basic annuity story right there. It's not, chock with extra moving parts, bells and whistles that make it very complex and hard to understand, for your clients or even for yourself to be able to regurgitate that story to your clients. It's a 10-year fixed index annuity. You have the ability to add continuous premium payments in the first year. After that first anniversary, it's locked down to a single premium product. So when you have access to 10% out every year. So with very good accumulation rates. So when we talk about accumulation, we like to keep the story as simple and as clear as possible. There's a lot of different index options that an annuity contract is being benchmarked to out there. So a lot of them are born the day the annuity is born. So it's really hard to get an understanding of how does this really work? How is this going to help my client achieve the other part of the equation, which is that growth and accumulation with the safety. We're using S&P family indices. So when you're talking to clients, you have the brand of the S&P 500 to fall back on. And how are we going to benchmark this? We're going to look at one of the family of strategies that they offer, whether if it's a monthly cap, whether if it's an annual cap, or their low volatility alternative indices, which we have the S&P 500 low volatility daily risk controls, which is an index comprised of the 100 least volatile stocks, or we have their Mark V, which is a multi-asset risk control, where they benchmark or they build out the index with equities, gold index, and well as a 10-year Treasury futures index. They use a blend of that to manage the volatility of the index to 5%. And then you have the easy annual participation rate to the S&P 500 as well. So, are these the industry leaders on rates? No, but these are very competitive. We've seen a lot of economic forces causing carriers to change rates. These are the rates effective today. So again, are these the highest? Absolutely not, but they are right there in those top 3, top 4 rates that you're going to find for accumulation. Especially the most fair way to compare rate to rate is by looking at that S&P 500 cap or that participation rate. That's how we talk about the Verse Choice as that accumulation product. That's as deep as that story needs to go, because we're not talking about a bunch of moving parts to try to confuse that story. We're talking about simple, safe accumulation with very competitive and good rates. The other part of that is having a conversation around liquidity concerns. And this is usually where the client's starting to pull out objectives on why they're not sure about going into that fixed index annuity for the next 10 years. They have what-if scenarios that they're going through in their mind to find ways to, I don't think I should do this. I don't think I should put my money into a 10-year annuity contract. So we have the ability to enhance the liquidity outside of the standard 10% penalty-free withdrawal each and every year, including the first year. So they have the ability to buy an enhanced liquidity benefit rider, or we like to call that our ELB, short for enhanced liquidity benefit. This rider is 50 basis points. This rider gives you 4 fantastic benefits to address the concerns around liquidity. So what if something happens and my health changes and I need to be able to access money to be able to plan for unexpected expenses? What if I need a bail on the contract? What if I need more than 10% out? So we have those covered with this rider for 50 basis points. So let's go through one by one. And I want to think of these as you write these out: left side benefits, right side benefits. So the left side benefits. The first one is the enhanced penalty-free withdrawal. So I mentioned earlier that you get 10% out each and every year. What if I don't take a withdrawal in a year? I don't have a need there. Wonderful. So if you don't take 10% out in a given year, that 10 rolls with you to the next year, giving you up to 20% penalty-free withdrawal off of the current value. So if you take a withdrawal of any amount, the following year, we'll just say year 3 in this example, goes back to 10%. Again, no need for a withdrawal. Don't take your 10%. What's it going to do? It's going to roll to the following year for you. Don't take a withdrawal for the next 4 years. Then you take a 20% current value withdrawal, and then it goes back to 10%. If you think about it in the every other year scenario, every other year, you defraud a withdrawal, you carry it to the next year, you have the ability to take 20% out. This is a great way if you are, doing kind of total planning with a client and maybe trying to take a defensive strategy at the volatile market, and you get to a point where it would be nice to be able to take some of the money or the gains out of the annuity and put it back into an equity portfolio. Using that enhancement to the penalty-free withdrawal is a great way to help move money around for the client to give them a better entry point if they have the appetite for some more risk and get back in at a better entry point. So that's how the enhanced penalty-free withdrawal works. The other one on there for left side benefits is a full return of premium. So the wait on that is you have to wait 2 years. So you're in day 1 of month 25, and the client has the ability to access a full return of premium minus any partial withdrawals they might have already taken. And that's a true full return of premium. The number one question that we're going to get here is that return of premium minus fees, or is that return of premium and with fees returned back? And it's with fees returned back. So if you paid the number of years of the 50 basis point rider, you do the return of premium. We'll put that back in the return of premium payout there. Note that when looking at a return of premium, we always look at two values: current surrender value versus original premium. So because you do have the ability, if you have interest earned on there, and even with surrender penalties and market value adjustment, if that's higher than your premium amount, you're not going to forgive any of that, some of that interest, because some of it will be eaten by surrender charges. But if that's the higher walkaway value, that's the value you're going to get on premium, because you'll be better than what you initially started with. So for left side benefits, enhanced penalty-free withdrawal. Any year you don't use your 10, it rolls to 20 the following year during the 10-year surrender period. Return of premium. You can fully return a premium to contract day 1 of month 25. So, and by the way, I forgot to mention the number 2 question. What's the chargeback window? Chargeback window is the first 12 months. 1 to 6, 100% chargeback. 7 to 12, 50%. You get into month 13, no chargeback. So you don't even have to worry about that. Someone can exercise return of premium where you could be upside down from a chargeback perspective. So not only are we looking at how to benefit your client, but how can we also help partner with you and create that win-win scenario so you feel like you can go out there and offer this where it makes sense with confidence. So that's the left side benefits. Now I want to take a look at the right side benefits. These are unique, these are innovative, and these are first to market. So we haven't even had a fast follower yet, and this is the #1 selling FIA on our platform, and we're one of the top carriers in the business today. So we have an ADL-based waiver of surrender charges as your first right side benefit. So that is a full waiver of surrender charges for any time after issue your client is unable to perform 2 out of 6 activities of daily living. So 2 of 6 ADLs means full waiver of surrender charges any time after issue, giving them the ability to take as much money as they need for a health event. The other one, very similar to the return of premium, this does have a 2-year deferral before this benefit can be active. That is the ADL-based payout benefit. What that is we take your accumulation value, if you're unable to perform 2 out of 6 activities of daily living, and give you an enhanced payout of that accumulation value over a 5-year period. So that is essentially an enhanced annuitization because it is an irrevocable benefit. Once you elect it, that payment is going to go for 5 years. So like a 5-year certain payout, if the owner were to pass away during the benefit, it pays out to the remaining amount to the beneficiaries. So again, right side benefits, completely unique, completely innovative. This is where your everyday fixed index annuity for accumulation now has turned into a hybrid fixed index annuity that's got great LTC alternative benefits. So ADL-based waiver surrender charges, it is what it is. You are completely liquid. You can have access to up to 100% of your premiums, no surrender charges, no market value adjustment. You do not have to take 100%, take what you need. So the other one is that ADL-based benefit payout. So, and again, that does have a 2-year wait. So we're going to walk through the schedule here in just a little bit, but that is an enhanced payout of your current accumulation value over a 5-year period. So that's how we position this Versa Choice as a great, liquidity vehicle, especially as an LTC alternative for those who can't afford the premiums, want to leverage qualified assets. So again, I just want to repeat that because that's a hot question with this writer is, can I put an IRA in there? Absolutely. Let's remember what this is. This is a fixed index annuity. Fixed index annuities are not subject to underwriting, but are subject to suitability. So this is not an underwritten product. So that's where it lies in that hybrid area when you look at those ADL benefits on there. So, okay, then, well, what's the questions? What's my knockout question? My knockout question is, can you perform 2 out of 6 ADLs at issue? If you can do that, you initial benefits are available to you at issue. So it's very simple, very easy, and clients can leverage, a rollover asset, a qualified asset, a lump sum, prior death benefit, whatever they want to do inside this contract. The trade-off then for being not a fully underwritten product would be distributions are taxable. So especially if it's 100% qualified money, or if it's non-qualified money, distributions will be taxable on the gains. So that's your trade-off. So if you're not, currently paying for LTC coverage, you are self-funding for a health event later in life, whether you know it or not. And if you think about where do all claims start, so most health event claims start in home and then eventually move, to confinement, and they end in confinement. Well, the idea here is to create that leverage on the dollar to help keep the client at home as long as possible. So it's not going to solve for everything. It's there to help bridge the gap and create higher leverage on the dollar in case there is an event where they have the health event and they can't perform the 2 out of 6 ADLs. They have options inside of this bucket of money and the annuity here. So this is a very popular rider. We're seeing over 60% allocation on there because it answers the what if liquidity concerns, especially around health. The ROP is great. The enhanced penalty-free withdrawal is great. But most times with clients, I have the intention of, leveraging this policy for what I need it for. I love this what if benefit and getting extra leverage on my dollar if it is an ADL or a health event. So again, left side benefits, penalty-free withdrawal enhancement, return of premium. The innovative right side benefits, the ADL features on here. Let's talk about the ADL-based payout benefit and how that works. I did mention you have that 2-year deferral. So year 3, what we do is if they turn on and activate that claim and want that payout benefit, it's 110% of the current accumulation value over the next 5 years. If it's year 4, it's 115, year 5, 120, year 6 and beyond, 125%. So pretty self-explanatory, 2-year wait. Benefits are interchangeable, so you could utilize an enhancement to the penalty withdrawal 1 year. You could have your health event. Now you have a liquid account. You don't want to take out all your money, but you need, 30%. Perfect. Take out what you need, leave the rest there to accumulate, and then you could leverage the remainder of that eventually, and the ADL-based payout benefit if needed. Let's look at a real-world example. So client 45 puts an old 401k inside the Versa Choice, likes the enhanced liquidity option for later in life. So even though he's already bought, LTC insurance at a younger, healthier age, so he still can create additional leverage on the ADL event. So let's click through here, see if I can get here we go. So here is on the illustration where we just show what those annual distributions would be starting in year 3 and beyond. And it's all based off of, this current surrender value over here. Whoops. My clicks aren't working great here, so I apologize. Let's see if we can get these. Now, they're not working, so I'm going to walk you through it. So if you take a look at the current accumulation value, and if we got to year 6, you would have some options if you had the ADL event. You could walk away with the 139,778, or you can turn on the benefit of 34,944. Again, I'm not supposed to do math in public, but if I times that by 5, 174,000 and some change is a much greater benefit over that 5-year period and creating additional leverage on the dollar. So instead of taking, my current account value and managing the spending of that, I can make that go for sure for the next 5 years and getting a much bigger payout and leverage on that dollar for any health, care cost needs that I might have to help that client stay in home. So, and you can see here, this just, 100,000, 50 basis points rider coming off there. So you can see when there's no interest credit in the year, that's being adjusted off of there. So very simple, easy story. This is the S&P Mark V strategy, offering, great earning potential. You can see, this product will live right inside of that kind of 4 to 5% average annualized rate of return range. So again, strong accumulation, uncapped outside of the margin potential. So we already talked about the margins a little bit earlier in there. Really a great solution, could fit in great for a lot of the clients that you're working with. So again, because this is the highest used benefit that we have in the product, so it's not sold for income, it's sold for that accumulation, enhanced liquidity. So here again are those benefits on the optional liquidity benefit rider. Client gets all of these for 50 basis points. So now that we've gone through the product fire hose, I want to talk a little bit about those additional incentives that I mentioned earlier in my agenda. So great product, great competitive pricing is one thing. So how do we reward loyal producers to North American? We treat them very well, we feel here. So we're very excited to have our exclusive producer connection back here in 2019, which is a pure agent incentive program based off of loyal production. So product like Versa Choice is a 10-year fixed index annuity, and you have to be a street level agent to be able to participate in a program like this. So standard compensation is $675, which is very good in today's industry. Nicole already walked you through some of the great benefits that they have with their referral program. Now let's talk about what we can do for you. With $1 million in production in the calendar year, so we will pay you an additional 50 basis points in bonus compensation on top of the street level commission, making your total value of that compensation $7.25. So if you do $3 million in production, so that's an additional 100 basis points, making that compensation total value at $775. And if you hit the $5 million level in the year, that's an additional 150 basis points, making that total compensation package $825. So again, very good, very rich bonus program. Oh, but wait, you probably are thinking, are those payments retro to the beginning of the year? Is that on a go-forward basis? How does that work? Well, I'm glad I'm inner monologuing here, and I'm glad you asked. So it is a retro payment back to $1. So when you hit that $1 million threshold, we got to catch you up and get you a retro payment of that 50 basis points. If you landed right on $1 million, that's going to be a $5,000 check just on bonus compensation on top of the scheduled street level commission. So once you've hit in that $3 million mark, again, we got to catch up 50 basis points. That wasn't getting the full 1%. So that's another $15 that we're paying you when you hit that threshold, because it's, again, retro paid back to $1, and then it's your ongoing 1% or 50 basis points going forward. So then for some of those top agents out there in the business today that are doing $5 million or more in production, if you hit $5 million, that's your third level. You're going to get that additional 50 basis points, again, retroed back to $1. So that's a $25,000 bonus just on that catch-up, plus the $35,000, plus the 15 and the 5,000 that was already paid. Apologize, tongue-tied there. So that's just your retro payments. Plus, you got to remember all your go-forward business that's getting that as well. That's a very rich, very lucrative incentive plan, as well as being able to catch you up along the way. So if you're looking for ways to continue to invest and grow in your business, looking for that marketing support, definitely look towards North American on where our products fit in and where we can help you that with our exclusive producer connection program as a great way to continue to invest into your business. I'd love to tell you that was all, but we do have our first ever business summit in Puerto Rico in 2020. You will not want to miss out on this experience. Again, this is coupled with our very unique bonus program. So EPC qualifiers will have an opportunity for this one-of-kind business summit. We have a chance to learn from other top producers across the country, pick up some new sales concepts, network with meeting with a wide variety of home office folks here from North American, especially leadership with the president of our distribution and other home office attendees. And this trip is for you as a producer and your guests. So great way to kind of give us some feedback of what you're hearing out in the industry as well as, again, with that type of, top, producer base out there, getting those best practices from your peer is huge and a great way to help you grow your business. So again, great solutions, especially with the Versa Choice that we covered today. Great additional incentives to help you invest in your business with a partner out in the field with you, here with us with North American and IMES, as well as an opportunity to get an invite for this one-of-a-kind business summit, which, again, you are not going to want to miss. The Dorado Beach is a Ritz-Carlton Reserve resort. This is one of 3 resorts in the world, so you definitely want to make sure you do what you can to work with Nicole and the team there to get qualified for this trip. With that, Nicole, I would take any questions that have possibly come through, and I'm going to turn it back over to you, and I got a couple of disclosure slides. Hopefully we didn't lose Nicole.
No, I'm
there
here.
You are.
I'm here. I'm just letting your slides roll through. And we don't have any questions, but as you all know, I will follow up with you after this webinar to answer any questions and get any information on this product out to you, whether it be illustrations, some of the North American marketing pieces that you can use if you are licensed with them, and talk to you about getting licensed with North American. They are one of our strongest carriers in our portfolio. All right.
All right. Since we don't have any questions, before we go here, I do want to make mention one of the typical questions is state approval on the product here. So everywhere but New York and everywhere but New York for the enhanced liquidity benefits. So California, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, if you guys are listening on here, it's approved in your state and those ADL benefits are available. So that's good news as well.
In California?
In California.
That is phenomenal news. We haven't gotten that on the SDAX yet, right?
Not the ADL benefits on that product, just the product itself.
Yep. All right. Well, I want to thank Brett for sharing all this valuable information with us. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. I will be following up with you, as I said, after the webinar. Write down your questions, and I will get them answered. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you joining us. Have a great day.